Hey guys, always Dizzy here. Um, yeah, I just thought I would make this video because, a lot of the videos on my channel tend to be like new rating highs or tournament, post-tournament reports or videos with Alessandro and the like. But really, my YouTube channel has always been about kind of documenting my journey as an adult improver on trying to improve. And so I thought I would just kind of give an update on how things have been going the past couple of weeks. And wow, I've had rough stretches before. I mean, obviously, everybody has, but I think this is the worst I've ever had. It's insane. So I'll probably name this video something along the lines of dropping 220 points because that's what's happened in the past 2 weeks. So let me just adjust this here so you can see. Okay, so yeah, so the 220 points is across three different time controls, but it's all on the same. I only have the one account on Lead Chess, and it's across three different time controls, but mostly just on rapid. Now, again, over the past 3 weeks, so I dropped from, I was over 2200, which it's not a peak. I've been 2200 multiple times before. And if I just zoom in on the graph a little bit, you can just see how it's tanked. It's unbelievable. My peak was, I think, 2237. Yeah, 2237. And yeah, so I've had ups and downs before. But a couple weeks ago, I had no trouble staying at 2200, and I was beating 2200s, even 2300s with relative ease in a lot of games. And then all of a sudden, I just can't win a game. And I'm not on tilt. Like, I'm upset that it's tanked so hard, but I'm not on tilt. Like, I'm still trying in my games, and I'm not playing differently, at least that I'm aware of. But I just can't win a game. And so that's just my rapid rating. And then my and let me just zoom in a little bit on that. So if we just look at those games and we just go backwards a little bit, oh, yeah, you can see this. So I mean, if we just go back about a couple weeks, I don't know when is it. There we go. This is about 2 weeks ago, thereabouts. But is this right? Yeah. So this is from a couple weeks ago, and I'm beating 2200s, 2100, 2200s, 2300, as you can see here, if my webcam blocks it out. Like I'm doing fine, right? And drawing, yeah. So I'm doing fine there, and then it just then I start to slowly go down, which is fine, you know, and I go into about the 2150s, still beating a 2200 here and there. And well, I guess a couple of them. So here's a couple 2200s in a row I beat. So even a week ago, I was fine. Yeah, even a week. Well, this was a bit over a week ago. But like here, right? 4 wins in a row against 2100, 2200. Drew another 2300. And then things start to go downhill a bit. Slow at first, but then I just get this huge losing streak. And at one point, I think I lose like 18 games in a row across several days. And this is unbelievable. Like, I've been starting to get even, well, let me get back to that thought. Let's just continue looking at this. So yeah, then I get this crazy losing streak, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, 6. Okay, this wasn't. Yeah, so 6 losses in a row. That wasn't even the losing streak. That was just going down a little bit, which is normal. Then I get some wins back, and I'm hanging around the 2160, 2150 range, which I'm satisfied with for the most part. But then we'll get a couple wins, just a couple losses. This is all normal. But then Yeah, starting around 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, or maybe it was 6 days ago. Okay, no, not yet. Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 days ago when everything started to go really bad. So even here, I've dropped a lot. Like I'm starting to get 2150, 2140. And okay, here we go. I think it starts here. So starting 4 days ago, it's just been insane. So yeah, this is when it started. And I'm already low at this point. Like, yeah, I'm already, for me, 2130 is really low for Lead Chess Rapid. And like I consider that low for myself. And so I'm already feeling like I'm at a like super low point and I can't really go much lower. But I was wrong. And so, yeah, we have a loss here. So we have one loss, two loss, three in a row, four in a row, five in a row, six in a row, seven in a row, eight in a row, nine in a row, 10 in a row, 11 in a row, a draw. Then I'm going to count non-wins in a row. Oh, I already lost count. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12 games with no wins in a row, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I still haven't won a game in 16 games. Just make a note of that. I had one draw in 16 games. Every other game was lost. That is bizarre to me because, like, statistically, I should win something randomly, like, and I'm 2058 right now, which, or no, because that was before the game. So I'm 2051, and I can't even remember the last time I was rated that low on Rapid. If we zoom out, like, you have to go back 3 years. Like, it's bizarre to me, absolutely bizarre. And I have been working a lot, but even if I'm tired a little bit when playing, and I'm not that tired, it doesn't account for this huge drop. Like, did Lichess change things around, and Lichess is just suddenly harder? Is anyone else having this issue? Unbelievable. Like, just on Rapid alone, I dropped 160 points in a few days. That is insane. This, like, in Bullet that can happen, right? But Rapid, that should not happen. And then Blitz, I didn't play too many games in Blitz, but Blitz has dropped as well. I made a note of, I only played a few games of Blitz, but I dropped 40 points in Blitz as well. And I played, I think, 2, maybe 3 games of Classical, and I dropped 20 points in Classical. And it's insane to me. I'm almost like in the 1900s on all 3 time controls, and that, I mean, for Blitz and Classical, that's not terrible, but for Rapid, that's really weird because the way I remember it is like a 2000 Rapid player is usually very easy to beat. Like, without much effort, you can just beat a 2000. Sorry, okay, I'm just kind of repeating myself here, but I've started to actually get a bit paranoid that Lichess put me in some, like, ghosted band group, or, like, because I think when they ban some users, they'll put them in a group of other people that are banned, and in this case it would be like cheaters, because I know, like, shadow is the word I'm thinking of, like shadow ban. So I'm starting to think, like, was I somehow shadow banned into some cheating group, because I just can't win a game. But none of my opponents seem to be banned, and I had other people look at my account from their account, and they say I'm not banned. Just really weird. So it must just be me sucking, but I don't feel like I feel like I'm not playing great. I am missing, like, I am making mistakes and such, but not enough that I should have dropped 220 points. And for those of you that might say, like, oh, you shouldn't care so much about rating. I don't care so much about the staying at a certain rating, but what I care about is that it's representative of my chess skill. That's what I care about. And so to drop this much so quickly, that's scary. That is scary. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd just share that. if we look at some of the games, I've had I've had an advantage in like the first half or first three quarters, and then I just kind of die out at the end. I don't know if that is relevant or related to anything. Like, let's just look at some of my games here. Might as well look at, well, yeah. So let's just go look at some of the games here. I wish I had water ready here. So we'll just look at the most recent games and then go down. Whoops. Okay, so here, I know the webcam cuts it off a little bit. I guess I could do this, but this won't, no. Let me just go back. Okay. You can see here, like I'm completely winning and then I'm not. And this adds to my paranoia that, like, why am I... It's kind of weird because, like, some of my opponents, they make these great, like, super obvious, or just they make big mistakes in the opening, and then I lose later, which is just kind of strange. Like, so this game was from earlier today, and like, you know, he lets me skewer him on move 10. So I don't think my opponents are cheating. Like, looking at their games, nothing really tells me that they're cheating, but it's just weird to me that I've dropped so much so quickly and I can't get a win. I cannot get a win. As I say, so on Rapid, what's my 16 games, no win. I had one draw in 16 games. That's just, you know? And then a week ago, I'm beating 2200s, 2300s left and right. And now I can't beat 1900s. It's just, yeah, so crazy. So crazy. Okay, yeah, so there was this game, right? And then I mean, I didn't play fantastic. I made some mistakes, and then he just slowly. Then I blundered near the end. You know, I played G6, allowing him to push the H pawn. And I will admit there were a few games I played where I might have resigned prematurely, but part of it is because I was really low on the clock, and I just figured I'm gonna flag. I won't be able to win. So tilt might have had a role in a couple of, like, maybe 2 or 3 of the endings. I might have had an influence, but in those cases, like this one, I have 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, no increment, and plus here I'm just losing. So now I'll be down the exchange and so forth, and down a bunch of, not down the exchange, but down a bunch of pawns. So anyways, okay, so there was that game. Also, then I look at his account, and he has other games recently where he's just completely losing out of the opening, and then he wins again later on. And I'm like, what? That's kind of weird. But all my opponents can't be cheating, and I'm not saying he cheated. I think it's just me, but that's the other thing. Like, I can't be facing 16 cheaters in a row, right? This just has to be me. I'm just on a bad run. Okay, let me go here. But this is the worst run of my life. Because when I've had other bad periods before, I'll have a win here and there. I'll keep going down. I might lose 2 games, win 1 game, lose 2 games type of deal. But this one, I'm just losing every single game. That's the difference. So here's another game I played. I don't think I even analyzed this one. No, I did. So here's another one, just completely winning, right? And then I'm not winning. And I am lower on the clock, so I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe I'm playing too slowly in the first half, and then I get rushed in the second half. Maybe that is what's happening to me. That could be very well lit. And let's just keep going here. Did I analyze this one? Yeah, here's another one. So this one was dead equal, and then he just wins at the end. Yeah, this one okay. This one, okay, sorry. Just keep going. Dreams. Here's another one, provisional. I think another part of it, I might have just had really bad luck too, because I played a bunch of accounts with like that were newer. Like this one's provisional. Um, but that wasn't, I mean, it wasn't a whole lot of people that were brand new accounts. Okay, let's just check this game out. So this one again, completely winning, right? Like +4. And then I blunder. And this one, this was actually a classical game. Yeah, this was classical. And then I blundered. So this one, yeah, I needed to bring the queen back to defend my bishop. That's what I had to do here. Okay. And then I had one win, but in classical. This was, I think, my only win in the past 4 days out of a lot of games. I think I won one game out of like, I don't know, 30 games. Okay. Yeah, and then there was a blitz game here. I won't bother showing that one because it is... Oh, should I show it? Might as well show it. Yeah, so I was fine here, and then I wasn't. Yeah, and this one was actually tricky because the best move was not so obvious. So it's just, the games are just hard or just difficult. Yeah, he brought in, he played bishop e4. I needed to play bishop e3 or knight f3. Otherwise, I'm completely losing. Okay, sorry. Let's just keep going. Ignore the bullet games. Those were casual bullet games. Okay, this was another blitz game here. And then a rapid, we could check this rapid out. Okay, this one looks kind of back and forth-ish. Okay. This was a draw. This was the, oh wait, did I skip? No, yeah, that's right. So there was this draw, the only draw of the past like 4 or 5 days. Oh, whoops, I wanted to show this out. So here I was completely winning again in the middle game. And maybe this is my issue. I get into a bit of time trouble again. I'm down to 1.5 minutes here. I'm up a pawn. And then I just blunder a pawn here. I could have defended my c-pawn, but I didn't. And I was down to 1.5 minutes. So maybe I'm too slow and old. Okay, just keep going. There was this game. Yeah, and after I play, like a lot of the... so this was pretty even most of the game. And then I ran out of time. Yeah. Okay, is this a recurring? Maybe I'm solving the issue, but of why I'm losing. But I just ran out of time here. I had 37 seconds left, and then at this point, I had 22 seconds. This is actually a draw, but obviously I'm losing, practically speaking. I won't make this video too much longer because I need a drink of water. Okay, this is another game from 2 days ago. Again, completely winning. So this, like, most of the games that... Maybe you're saying I'm being too strong in my language of saying completely winning, but I mean, I'm like +4 here, +2.5 or +2. And look at that. I'm on the time again. Maybe this is my problem. Maybe I've solved the mystery. But I've always been like that. That's like nothing has changed. I was like that when I was playing 2200s, 2300s. I'm just a slow player. Yeah, so I had 3.5 minutes here, and then I resigned at the end. So I resigned here. This was partly tilt induced, but at the same time, 1 minute and 40 seconds. I'm too slow of a player to feel comfortable with this, so I just resigned here because he has 7.5 minutes. I just didn't think I could convert this with 1 minute 40 no increment. Whoops, this is blitz. We don't need to look at the blitz. Okay, here's another one. Peter DL. Okay, this looks pretty up and down. Clockwise, though, yeah, I was a bit short on the clock here, too. I have 50 seconds, so he has 12. Oh, no, that was the same game? No, this is a different game, but it looks super similar. That's funny. Yeah. And then, but I actually blunder here at the end. But it's, yeah, I blundered the rook. I remember this. But it was kind of induced again because I was a bit short on the clock, 46 seconds. Okay, so I won't show every game. I'll just kind of end it there. I'm sure it's just a bad run. You know, there's no conspiracy, but just thought I'd share that with you. Probably the worst stretch of chess I've ever had. What was it? 18 games? No, 16 games with no win in a row. I had one draw in 16 games. The rest were all losses. Down 220 points across the three different time controls. Ooh, tough stuff. Hopefully, I'm able to bounce back. It's rough, and it's been a while since I've set a new personal best, so I really need that pick me up. Okay, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.